Before we start this video, we want to announce that you can now find us on Instagram. For the general modern world, the names and stories of the Greek and Roman gods may be more likely to bring up thoughts of a movie or book series, rather than anything close to actual religion. But that is not the case everywhere, and was surely not the case throughout history. In order to let you experience history action from the past, we decided to partner up with Conqueror's Blade. Conqueror's Blade is a free-to-play tactical MMO. The game is set in a vast, open medieval world, and tasks players to create a warlord to build and command an army and create an empire. We truly recommend this game because of its incredible features. You can fight in online siege battles with epic cinematic 15 versus 15 skirmishes. You can defend your castle with cunning counter-siege measures, or send in your army with devastating siege weapons to bring walls crashing down. Create a warlord. Customize a powerful commander specialized in 11 unique weapon classes, and use special abilities to fight and turn the tide of battle. Also, there are 75 plus diverse units inspired by history's greatest military forces that are yours to command. Unleash the might of the Rattan army, Cataphract lancers, winged hussars, and lots more. Join or form an alliance and fight together, share resources, and reinforce the security of your empires. Also, smash challenges to earn season-exclusive rewards during limited-time events. Now, in Season 4, Blood of the Empire, you will find new units, maps, themes, and weapons inspired from the Ottoman era. Because you are our subscriber, an exclusive and free 7-day premium account is waiting for you. You can support our work by downloading this very interesting game and have an amazing experience playing it by using the link in the description. The origins of the Greek and Roman deities differ both in creation and time. The Greek gods in particular have no specific text or literary introduction. There is no equivalent to the Christian Bible or Muslim Quran, but instead a long tradition of orally shared tales tracing back to the Bronze Age. The exact time of the first Genesis story is unknown, although it is clear that by the point of Homer's widely famous poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, somewhere around the 8th century BC, readers were expected to already know who the deities were, as he gave no introduction, despite their use as the main characters. The first comprehensive account of how both the universe and gods came to be was written by Hesiod, near 700 BC, and later authors used his work known as Theogony as a foundation for their own literature. The Romans, contrarily, based most of their deities on those of the Greeks. At the time that they invaded Greece in 146 BC, the Romans had not yet settled on their own advanced system of mythology. Because of this, coupled with the fact that Roman literature was also less sophisticated than the Greeks, the Romans ultimately adopted the Greek deities and their stories, with only a few notable differences. For one, the names of the gods differ between the two. Zeus, the Greek king of the gods, as an example, parallels the Roman god Jupiter. The same goes for the Greek Aphrodite and the Roman Venus, the Greek Hades and the Roman Pluto, and so on. Another distinction was made in the appearance of the deities. For the Greeks, their gods resemble beautiful and stunning human-like beings, based on their personality traits. Meanwhile, the Roman gods were more of a concept than a physical entity. This means that their appearance exists further in the individual imaginations of those who worship them. There are, of course, other deities outside of the Olympians as well, such as many famous Greek demigods, namely characters like Hades and Achilles. Because the Greeks and Romans of ancient times were polytheistic, meaning they worshipped a plethora of gods, the religious majorities in these same regions today tend to differ greatly. In our time, roughly 84% of the world population is religious in some way. About 55% of the world is monotheistic, meaning they only worship one god. This group is predominantly made up of faiths such as Christianity and Islam, both of which worship the God of Abraham. The other main categories of religions in the world today include reincarnationists at about 22% of the world's population and encompass the faiths of Hinduism and Buddhism, the latter having stemmed from the former, and folk or ethno-religions. Folk religions include faiths that have existed long before the main modern religions, and make up about 6% of the world's population, with 90% of that being found in Asia. The remaining global population is considered to be unaffiliated. With these groups rounding out the world's population, it seems that polytheism quite definitely still exists today, but not necessarily in a high percentage within the population of Greece and Rome as it once did. In Greece, respectively, a whopping 98% of the country today consider themselves to be Orthodox Christians. While that number is significantly high, there is still a pattern of increase of polytheistic beliefs since 1990, and the leaders of the minority faith claimed in 2005 that somewhere around 2,000 citizens of Greece were followers of the old religion. Unfortunately, though, it is fairly difficult to get an exact number of devotees, mostly due to the factor of privacy when it comes to one's personal beliefs. Likely fearing judgment or discrimination, not all polytheists are open about their faith. But nonetheless, multiple organizations exist in Greece with a goal of reviving the ancient religion. One of these groups, which goes by the name of Eleni, known in full as the Holy Association of Greek Ancient Religion Believers, made a noteworthy step toward victory when a ruling in 2006 acknowledged them as a cultural organization. A yearly festival created in 1995 by Dr. Tryphon Olympios, a professor of philosophy at the University of Stockholm, called the Promethea Festival, also exists as a pan-Hellenic event to celebrate the ancient Greek culture. The festival lasts 4 days and takes place at the foot of Mount Olympus, attracting both local and foreign attendees annually. Back in January of 2007, Eleni held the first Hellenic rite at the 1800-year-old Temple of Olympian Zeus, since the Roman Empire banned the ancient Greek religion in the latter half of the 4th century. The celebration lasted 90 minutes and was filled with hymns and dancing, celebrating the union of Zeus and Hera, and calling upon Zeus to bring world peace. Other festivities of this kind also exist to celebrate different things, such as seasonal changes, rituals, as well as some groups like the Supreme Council of Hellenic Nationals, regularly meeting to attend lectures or perform rites together. If it were up to them, these faithful worshippers would see ancient temples restored, and many dreams of being able to perform some of their rituals inside the Parthenon. While some followers may have more of a casual faith, others go as far as to even change their names to ones in ancient Greek, and utilize the ancient calendar. Although the prevalent majority deems the polytheists in the region to be some type of crazy, and numerous historians even argue that such worshippers are merely glorifying outdated beliefs that had little to do with ethics or morality, the numbers still estimate that a potential 100,000 people within Greece have some type of interest in the ancient faith. Outside of Greece, however, it is not as easy to find exact or even estimated figures for those who still believe in either the ancient Greek or Roman deities. The percentage of those people within the world population is likely incredibly small, especially factoring in the reality that over half of the globe is strictly monotheist, and the other categories include a plethora of faiths. While the number of Hellenic believers is quite possibly increasing, it is still a slim chance that it will become a predominant religion, even nationally, anytime soon or ever. As authors and filmmakers continue to utilize the ancient Greek and Roman mythological beliefs and stories for entertainment, the uptick of interest in those corresponding faiths is bound to increase, even if that interest never translates into practice. But nonetheless, people will still follow, they will still worship, and they will still believe. A big thank you again to our sponsor, Conqueror's Blade, for supporting us. Don't forget to download the game by clicking the link in the description.